The fallout for Money in the Bank continues, and on this Monday morning, we start a brand new week. But the reality is, there's no brand new news because there's absolutely hee haw happening, Roz, tonight. But honestly, man, you would have think there wasn't even a pay per view over the weekend. There's no news. Literally, the only news is about R-Truth, and I say that like all the news about R-Truth literally came out on Saturday. Oh, Nick Khan phoned him up 72 hours prior to Money in the Bank. Oh, he only signed a deal where he can use his own name so he can expose it to the world before he moves on for WWE. I don't know how long R-Truth's got left in WWE, whether it's literally a couple of weeks to the end of June, whether it's a year, whether it's whatever. But you know what? Fair play to him for negotiating that deal because that's what you've got to do. At the end of the day, get the name over in WWE before going elsewhere. But I think that just shows you, man, the going of the times, right? Could you imagine under McMahon? McMahon releases someone, then a week later, 8 days later, whatever it was, he collapses. He just submits to the fans, brings them back under the condition that they're allowed to use their indie name that they can use in like TNA or whatever. And McMahon agrees to it with the notion that he's going to be letting them go anyway. What's that all about? McMahon would never have done that, man. Honestly, fucking absolutely idiotic. For Triple H is what that is. I mean, how fucking brain dead's that? And some people, oh, but it was Nick Khan that negotiated the deal. Well, see Nick Khan then, right? See if we want to give Triple H the benefit of the doubt. See Nick Khan, he should be fucking nowhere near the top of a wrestling company, man. He can't do it. He can't do it. No way, Jose. That is idiotic. Why are you letting a guy build his stature in WWE for a couple of weeks to get his name over? Just so you can fucking, just so he can build himself up for like TNA or AEW where he goes. Makes no, I know he's 53, right? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that R-Truth is turning the tide, brother. R-Truth is not going to go to AEW, right, and produce like 4 million ratings and put WWE out of business or somehow revive TNA, man, with a defibrillator. No, none of that's going to happen, but the reality is it's weak and it's pathetic. They've caved to the fans just to bring R-Truth back for a couple of weeks, and then everything's under our like. It's baffling. It's baffling. But we've got some fan reaction anyway. Pathetic for Nick Khan and Triple H. It really, really is. Stick to your guns. Think fucking McMahon, right? As Jake says here, 358 spot on impression, pal. Want a maneuver? Life sucks and you die. McMahon would never have done it. It should never be done. If you release somebody, I mean, you can accept releasing somebody, right, and bringing them back in a couple of years. Hell, fuck, that happens to a lot of people, right? But see, bringing them back a week later, come on. Come on. That's mental. Derek says, R-Truth is about the same about funny segments as Kurt Angle. I rest my case, Your Honour. Lol. Here, maybe on paper, R-Truth's got the same amount of funny segments as Kurt Angle, right? I mean, R-Truth has been in the company longer than Kurt Angle ever was, which is weird to think, but he has been. But Kurt Angle is he the funniest of all time? He's fucking near the top, man. I think R-Truth is funny, man, but I think a lot of it's very tame. It's we live in a very PG environment. They don't push the envelope. They don't do anything edgy. And obviously, back in the day, it helped being a bit edgy. It helped being able to push the envelope with comedy. And for me, Kurt Angle smokes R-Truth every day of the week. It's not to say R-Truth's never been funny, because that would be a lie. He has been, but yeah. I'm on back around the Truth Killings boy. Right, anyway, Ronald, this guy, Ranny OG boy. We understand you're a Vince McMahon mark. Fog Jobber Wrestling. We get another L take. This Fanny comments this in pretty much every video, but he's been publicly subscribed to us for a year. So thank you, Ranny OG, with your wee bandana, mate. Thank you very much. We understand you're a Vince McMahon mark. And guess fucking what? I am a Vince McMahon mark. I fucking love the guy. So get it fucking right up you. I'm not afraid to admit it. Vince McMahon's the only reason we're all fucking into this business. He's the true fucking goat. He is the man. Vince McMahon. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, I'd rather admit I'm a Vince McMahon mark than fucking, oh, but Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, Crossroad, grandson of a plumber. I'd rather be the one and only Vincent Kennedy McMahon than the grandson of a plumber, the son of a fat fucking jobber in polka dots. You know, the guy that wrestled in Japan, he wrestled 9-year-olds and blow up dolls. No, I'd rather be a fan of the guy that produced the greatest wrestling we'll ever fucking see than all those stupid losers. Alright? So hold that fucking hell, Ryo. Put that one under your headband, man. There you go, big man. Right. Junior Star says, if reports are real, Triple H leaving the company in 2028 and R-Truth not being a work, Truth made a mistake coming back to a promoter that doesn't really want him there. Yeah, I mean, you can argue that, but you know what? He's going to make a bit more money for a wee bit. He's also getting Ron Killings, the name, over to a more global audience. I don't think it's a mistake. I mean, as bad as WWE is, right? I don't think he'd go to. I mean, he could go to AEW, right? But I don't think AEW's going to take a. I don't think AEW's going to sign 53-year-old R-Truth. I don't think that's going to happen. It makes sense to stay in the WWE bubble for as long as you can. And if we're being honest, as shit as the company is, R-Truth feuding with Cena the last couple of weeks, and now coming back during the main event with a new gimmick, and hopefully drops the goofiness and plays a serious character. That's the most relevant he's been since like 2011, 2010, around that time period when he was taking over shit with The Miz and feuding with Cena back then. So, yeah, I think it's the correct decision from R-Truth. Laurel, of course it was not a work, but WWE is going to play it up like it was. And so the brain dead fans, man. Mr. Killian, I think Truth has some days left on his contract, then he will just disappear. End of June. That's what I'm hearing. That's what my sources are saying. Give him. If this was a work, there would have been even worse because it would mean they're using contract negotiations to swerve the fans. I mean, happened with Punk in 2011 to a degree, didn't it? I mean, I think it was done, but you know, I know some people treat contract negotiations. Oh, it's the wrestler's livelihoods, right? They will go on to make money after WWE, right? After their career. Well, I mean, I say that there is some people out there like Sarah Logan who should never ever, get a job again in any wrestling company, but she will. The reality is, once you're in WWE, right, for a prolonged period of time and you get released, you're guaranteed a job elsewhere, man. Honestly, you are. It's just how it goes. So again, see, as long as it's good, I don't really care what. See if the product is good and the storylines are interesting. I don't care what methods they use to get us there. Whether it's swerving the fans with fucking contract negotiations or, blowing McMahon up in a limo. Oh, that's not nice. He's dead. I'll take it. Hoodrich, Triple Fraud is just lying, saying it was a work. Basically, so the fans can believe him and be bots for WWE now trying to get people to believe this shit. If they were that creative, they should have had Cena get real heat. So the truth thing, they were really going to let him go for sure. They should have let Cena get heat for it, but nah, they're up the ball like they do every fucking week. Honestly, ridiculous why they just didn't make Cena say, "Oh yeah, I phoned up my buddy Dwayne, the guy that helped me at the chamber. He helped me with all that good stuff. My pal, my Hollywood pal, Dwayne. Yeah, I gave him a wee ring, and he fired." He fired R-Truth. Why not? But no, that would suck, wouldn't it? Of course it would. Well, in their eyes it would, but that's a joke. Astrograph. It's genius for R-Truth because he can win either way with improper grammar. With the improper grammar. If people say he's calling Triple H a liar, he can say he wasn't working because he got fired, lol. Plus he can play his character and play dumb. He can say it was an April Fool's joke in June. I don't think they're going to go down that route though. Because they're pushing Ron the Truth Killings. I think we've seen the last of brain dead R-Truth. Boy. Simone, of course it wasn't a work. Triple H can't stand when the internet hates him. Well, that is true. Triple H is a little fucking loser, buddy. He is. You can see he hates it. Well, we have to change it for the fan. You don't have to change shit. No. Well, why did WWE have to change? It's actually fucking pathetic, man. It happened with Cody Rhodes last year. We were going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, but no, Cody Rhodes had to stick his fucking beak in, didn't he? And then Triple H stuck his in for good measure. You never have to cave to the fan. We're going to boycott because you're not picking up. See as much as see as much as I would have preferred, and I think LA Knight should have won that Money in the Bank. I ain't gonna cry about it like a little bitch. Fucking have Seth Rollins win it, man. You know what I mean? Have Seth Rollins. I couldn't give a rat's arse. Didn't want Rhea Ripley to win Money in the Bank. She didn't. All right. I mean, there's a million. Honestly, not the thing is with wrestling. See, back in the day when it was good, you could bitch about who won, but see now the product's that pish. It doesn't matter who wins. It really doesn't. See, until the product gets good, it doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. Honestly, man. See, when you have to care enough to actually care about who wins or not. And I mean, LA Knight should have won. Don't understand why he didn't. Am I going to sit here and... I mean, I know there's people on here that'll be like, oh, if LA Knight won, it's a 6 out of 10 show. But no, it's not. It's a 0 out of 10 show. And if LA Knight won, well, I might have gave it a 1 because that's the correct decision long term. But no, yeah. This guy's doing anything to try and save his position from the backlash from the fans. It was a bad look for TKO. TKO, the clapping hands emoji on Twitter. It's like, you're the ones that fucking released them, you bunch of idiots. Ralph, Triple H bowed to the neckbeards, whining. Yep, he always does it. He's a fucking loser, Triple H. He's a neckbeard himself. Tony Khan has to talk to R-Truth and hire him back. We'll see. Gypsy Morning says, Happy Pride Month. Cigarette, Happy Veteran Month. Maxwell says, I don't believe in Pride Month. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Is that a good way to end this video? Aye, but we're going to dive into some more comments, so let's dive into them. People over there, what's up? Yep, I'm ashamed. We're all ashamed of watching pro wrestling in the big 2025. I'd be 20,025, not 200,025, wouldn't it? Technically, aye, but 2025, brother. The fans, the commentary, man, the fans make it 100 times worse, they do. See, actually looking at some of the reactions to R-Truth come back, and people are crying their eyes out, for R-Truth coming back a week after he got released. I'm not saying there's not been sad moments in wrestling history, but I think the reality is with the sad moments in wrestling history, it tends to be with, like, people dying or people retiring, right? That is it. Like, I'm trying to think of a moment that wasn't associated with a death or wasn't associated with retirement that really tugged on the heartstrings. Like, yeah, I mean, people win titles, right? And I'm not saying people winning titles, you see them crying in the ring, and we're not all heartless bastards here on Fog Wrestling. I personally didn't give two shits when Cody won the belt, him crying as we lamp suit. But for example, when you see Guerrero and Benoit win the belts at Mania 20 and they're crying at the end of the show, now obviously that's never really going to get talked about again, brother, because Chris Benoit went on a crossface extravaganza. That's a sad moment. That's a very happy, feel-good moment. It is. But, like I said, you normally associate it with retirements, whether it's Edge, whether it's Ric Flair, whether it's Shawn Michaels, whether it's like the Guerrero tribute show, the Owen Hart tribute show. I was going to say the Benoit did have a tribute show, as much as it's been erased, brother. Like Bray Wyatt, stuff like that. That's what you associate like tears with in wrestling. Returns, no. I just don't get it, man. Like, and it's been a week. It's not been 25 years. It's very fucking weird to see people greeting about this. Chris says, men aren't men anymore, are they, brother? Nope. Robot Rock, wrestling fans are easily the worst thing about wrestling. The commentators are the second worst thing. In the bin with a lot of them. Get them in the fucking bin, pal. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I don't know who the biggest disgrace is. WWE, R-Truth for the fans thinking this shit is really good. Well, I don't think R-Truth's done anything wrong, so it's definitely going to be the fans that are at WWE. He's laughing. Hotspot, like you're a disgrace. You don't like WWE, man. Mongo. Daniel Fryer, the fans don't even have to cry to make it worse. Just read 95% of the dumb social media comments like they make every single day, brother. Absolutely, boy. We're plenty of them here. He's humbled. He's finding it funny. Oh my, you've seen the light, my child. WWE snore is pure shit, and you agree. Don't know why Colour's Bright here's making out that we just found Jesus and recently discovered that WWE fucking sucks. We've been saying it for I mean, at this point, it feels like decades. I mean, it may as well be. I mean, it will be about a decade, but no, we've seen the light. I'm going to assume this is an AEW fanboy that's returned after a few years in the wilderness, but WWE's fucking shite. We have not just turned, and anybody that's actually watched this consistently knows we've been bashing this for years. And like I said, decades, literally, man. Honestly, it's just been a downward trajectory. We've had this channel at like 6 years, but even prior, man, I've talked about wrestling. We've both talked about wrestling on other channels. We've buried it for years. It's not just this channel. It's been shite. We've seen the light before many people even knew there was a light, brother. Money Man, seeing this picture makes me want to cry right now. Oh, our truth. Beer guy, he wasn't always a jabroni. NWA TNA World Champ back in the day, but good for them. I guess he makes people laugh. Ron Weasley, I agree with some of your takes, but this one is different. People react like crazy seeing R-Truth because WWE genuinely worked everyone. Most people, even actual wrestlers, thought R-Truth was done. Of course, people reacted the way they did. And I won't be denied. I read this last night, so I may as well read. Well, I didn't read it in a caught videos format. I read it by myself, you know. Bluebells are blue. Doesn't matter if it's not Stone Cold in the Attitude Era. These lads will dump all over it. That was 20 years ago. Get over it, or for fuck's sake, or stop watching it. We will never see that again, given the shift in society, right? Yeah, that's lies. Because see this whole rhetoric about if it ain't the Attitude Era in Austin, we will shit on it. Now, is the Attitude Era in Austin like the greatest? Fucking course it is. No, I'm not going to sit here and spin it. I love that. I love the Ruthless Aggression Era, right? TNA. Austin never set foot in TNA, right? And I love TNA. TNA, man. Some greatest moments. I love TNA, right? So that's not me taking a shit over it, right? WCW. I love WCW watching it. See, from like, 95 up to like 98, and that's not even me bashing like 99, 2000, 2001, because obviously that shit's still fucking good compared to the shit you get today, because I didn't really watch any further than that. But it's like, there's so many periods of wrestling without Austin. I've watched the New Generation. You know, I've seen stuff in the 80s. Austin didn't exist. It was still good. It was still great. I'm not shitting on it. Some stuff was bad, of course. See the period where Austin left in the Attitude Era, you know, with the neck injury, it was still great. It's wrong to suggest that we think everything without Austin's crap, because it's not. See, after Survivor Series 2003, Austin's pretty much gone. Better, you know, apart from a couple of wee appearances at Mania and shit like that. Well, does that make 2004, 5, 6, 7, all those years pish? Of course it doesn't. They're great years. Fantastic years. So, it's not factually correct. And then Ron Weasley talks about here, well, he was wrong, and it wasn't a work. And Nick Khan, able to negotiate a new contract, brother. So, yeah. It's not just the Attitude Era in Austin. It's not. There's a lot of good stuff in wrestling. Loved watching ECW as well back in the day. So yeah. Get your facts right, brother. But Austin in the Attitude Era, it's great. It's great. Grow a pair for fuck's sake, brother. Green Lantern. Oh, there's an idea. Don't watch. Are you stupid? Legitimate question. Are you stupid? No, are you fucking stupid, big man? Because well, wee man, definitely wee man. No big men watch this shit and enjoy it, brother. Right? But we're no stupid. Are you stupid? Because you fucking watch it and enjoy it. And see these people say, don't want you, you don't enjoy it. Makes us fucking money, right? Makes us, turns a coin for us, right? So if we want to watch it, that's fair enough. If you want us to stop so bad, Green Blunton and the rest of these fucking losers, that other guy, Daniel, fuck Jabba Whistling, no. Send us money then, send us 10 grand. Send us 10 grand each and we'll stop, right? There you go, that's it. We'll never retire. We'll bury it till the fucking day I'm in a coffin. Alright? Kobe says, no one hates wrestling more than wrestling fans. I disagree. Cool people hate it more. Cool people hate it more, pal. Some grown adults with sore bums in the comments section because two Scottish guys share an opinion they don't like. Yeah, they're fucking losers. Speaking of fucking losers, pal. Right? Nat Melchior, you rank the attractiveness of the female roster, bro. Your opinion is far beyond invalid. It's almost as invalid as Dave Meltzer's opinion now. Jambo Bear replied, if you like anime, enough said. Right, now let's actually take it. Let's fucking hazard a look at this guy's channel, shall we? Right? I mean, look at that. Guy eating an apple. anime. Brilliant. It's 1 a.m. and I'm not sleeping again. Why? Probably because you're fucking wasting your life watching wrestling. Bouncy tunes. Does he play them while he bounces up and down on Triple H's nose? Nostril deep. Who knows? Band practice playlist, writing playlist. Looks like a loser to me, brother. Anyway, you enjoy your band practice there, son. But yeah, I mean, what would he rather do? Rank the attractiveness of the men? Chad Gable's nipples. I know Gunther would rather that. Absolutely. And then to wrap it all up, Aritaka, 420, AEW fan, probably sucks off Ricochet, brother. Right, see Ricochet fucking sucks. See his style of wrestling, can't fucking stand it. But you know what? Seeing he calls out the loser fans and he's bang on the money about them and calls them mental patients, can't help but agree with the guy. And it's funny. See, as soon as you like bash WWE, people think you're an AEW fan, and vice versa. But honestly, the tribalism's definitely got worse with WWE over the years. As the reality is, AEW fucking sucks. WWE sucks as well. They're both shite. Do I prefer AEW right now? Yeah. WWE is honestly, well, it is for people under the age of 5 or people under the mental age of 5. There's no in between. That's who it's for. It's crap. It's shite. The commentary, everything's just dumbed down to a level where, I can't even explain it, man. I'd rather watch Thomas the fucking Tank Engine, man, SpongeBob SquarePants, than watch WWE. There's actually more compelling story arcs in that than there is in this shit, because there is no stories in that. Anyway, we're done. Signing out. 21 minutes of me reacting to some good people and burying the losers.